Hello everyone, my name is Joy. Thank you for joining this class today. We're going to be doing some yoga poses to just help us open up our heart space, also find some mental clarity in the day, and of course help our bodies feel really nice as well. So let's go ahead and start in a child's pose. So you can either sit on your feet or even have your feet around your hips, whatever's most comfortable. We're just going to reach the hands forward and just take a few deep breaths in and out here. So just breathing in, filling the lungs, letting that rib cage expand, and exhale. Take about 2 more deep breaths. One more. And then let's start to walk our fingers forward and just let our chest scoop down and back up as we roll the shoulders back, maybe coming into just a little cobra pose or feeling free to float up higher. We're just going to start to wake up that spine. So take all the time you need, especially if you're not really too warmed up. Don't feel like you have to go really high. We're just trying to roll those shoulders back, wake up the front of the body. And once we feel ready here, let's start to tuck our toes, lift our kneecaps, start to wiggle the heels back and forth just to feel those legs waking up, hamstrings activating. And let's roll those shoulders back now and see if we can float up a little bit. Try to support your lower spine, so if that means coming up higher, come up a bit higher. But just take a moment, breathe in. And then we'll exhale, pull our hips up through a plank, feel some heat in the body here. Push those heels back. Really try to even out the shoulder and hip line. So if you feel like your hips are still sinking, pull them up in line with those shoulders. Breathe in. And then we'll exhale, take ourselves to a little downward dog. Just walk the feet up. Breathe in. And let's exhale, raise up the right leg. Take a big stretch. Breathe in. And we'll flex and point our foot up here a few times. And then sweep that right foot up to the hands. Let's just take a moment. Sweep the arms up. Finding this lunge position, breathe in, and then exhale, take the hands back down. We're going to right away start to walk our hands inside and turn this foot. So we're going to come into a skandasana, letting those right toes turn up. I'm going to make sure this heel is supporting under the knee. So if you feel like this is happening and the heel's popping up, slide out a little bit, let that heel ground right from heel to knee. Take a moment, breathe in, and we'll crawl to the other side. Find that same nice open deep stretch. Breathe in. We'll exhale, walk our hands around to this side. Take a moment and we'll step right away through that plank position. Let's just take a little lower of the body down. Breathe in. And exhale, shoulders roll back, release the toes. Maybe lifting all the way up. Breathe in. Exhale, gaze down around the spine, and we'll come back into our child's pose. Just catching our breath again before repeating that sequence on the other side. Let's do one more little movement to wake up before we flow through that on the other side. We're going to roll up from our lower back all the way to a seated position. Raise the arms, open the chest, breathe in. And then we'll exhale, close the arms around the ears, contract, round the lower back, and come over the bed. Breathe in, exhale, rolling up from that lower back. Open and wake up that chest. Take a little twist one way, gaze up at the back shoulder, and twist the other way, gazing over the shoulder. Then as we come back center, breathe in. Let's exhale, reach forward again. Bend the elbows and take that chest, diving down, rolling back and curling up again. Breathe in. Exhale, tucking the toes, starting to float the thighs. We'll roll those hips up and back again. Finding our downward dog, maybe walking the feet out. And when we're ready, raising up the left leg, breathe in. Exhale, flex and point that foot up there. And then we'll lunge our left foot up to the hands. Great job, feeling strong. Let's put some support through that back knee, lifting. Raise up the arms, breathe in. And then we'll exhale, take those hands down. We're going to walk our hands inside of our left leg. Rotate and turn the right toes up. So coming in again to that skandasana, breathe in. And we'll exhale, crawl to the other side. Take a moment, breathe. Walking back around, hands around that front foot. Let's step back into plank again. And just to heat up the core a little bit before we come to our seated stretches, let's roll to either the side of the left foot as I'm showing here, or maybe even drop that left knee down. So if you prefer supporting yourself, feel free to stay here. If you want to take a full side plank, go here. Or maybe you want to take a tree variation or even a star variation. Take whatever you like, one more breath. And we'll exhale, come center. Let's take a little flow down and up. Just trying to build some heat in the body. Exhale back through downward dog. And then let's shift into plank once again. Maybe dropping right knee and opening up. Or again, maybe stacking those feet, side plank. Take maybe a tree or a star position. Take a moment. Take whatever pose variation feels right for you today. One more breath in. We'll exhale, come down. Face our mat, and one more time, flow down. Back up, and then back into our child's pose. Take a moment here. So we did a lot of work through the wrists and shoulders already. Let's circle our wrists out. Reverse that direction. And then let's round up through a cat stretch. Head and tailbone down. Release cow, head and tailbone up. And we'll wave up our left arm. Circle it a few times here. Rotate through the shoulder. And reverse. Circle that shoulder. Good. Raise the arm really nice and high. Breathe in. And we'll exhale. Thread left shoulder down. Right arm overhead. Really nice long stretch from the tailbone out through the shoulder. Breathe in, and we're going to exhale, lift up our right knee, and begin to extend it up if we feel okay doing so. Draw that knee back in. You can also just try extending the leg back on the floor, or even keeping the knee down if that feels better. Another way to flow through this is to extend the leg, lift and raise it, and then soften the knee back in. This helps us maintain a little control through the core. As we move that leg, we have to kind of check back in with where we're engaging while we're also releasing that shoulder. So again, you can just pause and hold stillness or move through this. Good job. One more time. Extending that leg if you wish. Good. And then bring the knee in, settle it down. Feel that stretch. Let's send right hand under shoulder. Extend left arm out by ear. And let's send right leg back. Just hold and breathe. For those of you that want to challenge, feel free to reach back and find your right foot or ankle. Or just stay with opposite arm and leg extending out. One more big breath in. Let's exhale, release that hand and knee. Arch the back again. Big cat stretch. Release cow and circle up our right arm a few times. Reverse that direction, circling through that shoulder. On our next one, let's wave the arm high, breathe in. Exhale, thread right shoulder side of the head to the next. You're welcome to stay here, or to tuck the left toes under, or to extend the leg up, or to wave again that knee in, and extending through the floor, back up towards the sky, and softening back in. Again, see how this affects your lower back, and all those different places you might be feeling the stretch between the shoulder blades as well. If you prefer to just hold stillness, of course, do that as well. Take a couple more moments. We are almost there. Breathe in, exhale, and on our last breath, softening the knee down. And we'll take a moment. Press out, extending that right arm, and we'll send our left leg back. This very well may be a great challenge for you. If you'd like to find a bind, you're welcome to find that back leg with your hand and extend up, breathing in, exhaling and releasing. Beautiful job. Let's come into puppy pose. So keep your knees and hips stacked. Let's yawn our chest down and our hands forward. So we're going to reach with the hands. Breathe in. Exhale, start to open up the shoulders, chest, upper back. If you'd like to bend the elbows and bring palms towards the top of the head, that's definitely a great way to open up the chest and shoulders as well. Let's take a couple more moments here. Beautiful job. Coming back up, let's take one more cat-cow. Good, and then we're going to let our hips shift to one side, take a seat, and we're going to come into a few seated positions. So we're going to start with right leg extending, left knee tucked in, and we'll take our right arm up, breathe in, and exhale, just take a twist and a gaze back over that left shoulder. Take a big breath in. Exhale, now this may be enough, but if you want to grab hold of that foot and lift and extend, you can do that. You might even lift and extend that leg all the way straight. Feel that beautiful twist. Good, and then placing that foot back down. Let's switch hands. So we're going to put left palm open, right palm back. We still have left knee bent. Press up, open the chest, breathe in. Exhale, melting back down. Let's try leaning forward. See if we can get our arm around our leg and maybe even bind the hands behind us as we drop our forehead towards the straight leg. If this feels too much to bind, you can always just lean forward as well. So don't worry if you're not leaning super far forward today, but find what feels good for you. Take 2 to 3 more breaths. We come up, we now let this knee fall open, we raise the arms up, and again, open out towards that straight leg and fold. Beautiful here. Let's come up and let's just open out this knee a bit wider. We're going to take a left arm to meet the right foot or ankle, and that might be just overhead, but you're thinking about that connection, creating that energy flow from one limb to the other. Big breath in. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's make a little more space through the front of this hip. So we're going to turn this left knee down, push and open it back. So this positioning can look different for each person. Some might have the knee more in, some may open the knee wider. But we're going to try to take, again, that connection to the limbs. So here I'm going to take a right hand either to left hip, or possibly even under the thigh to the left ankle, and taking my left arm to meet right foot. So each hand is meeting opposite limb, either it's from hand to hip or hand to ankle. Take a few more moments, breathe. Waking up those sideways muscles, the front of the hip. Beautiful. As we come up, let's slowly take this left knee, turn it back open, and we're going to rotate the back knee and move into our pigeon. So pulling this left heel either close to the right hip, or if you need more stretch, pulling it away. Right leg is extended behind. We're going to arch the back, open the chest, breathe in. Exhale, wave our body over the left knee. We'll be here for just a little while. And in this time, let your mind focus on maybe a few things that you're grateful for today. Here, let's bring our back leg around so we're facing the other end of the mat. We straighten out that left leg this time and hug our right knee in. Let's start with a twist again, right hand behind, left elbow maybe outside of that knee, or maybe just hand on the knee. Gazing back, breathe in. Exhale again, breathe in. Exhale, one more big breath. Good. As we exhale, let's come around with our left hand behind us, right palm open, and see if we'd like to wave up through the hips. Breathe in. Exhale, coming down. As we ground that right heel, let's reach the right hand forward and see if maybe that hand wants to come around the outside of that right leg. We might bind up the hands behind us and let our forehead drop to the left knee. If that feels a bit much, you can even just lean forward here. So feel free to add the bind or just lean. Letting the rib cage and the lungs fill with every inhale. Exhale, letting go of anything you want to release today. And as we come up, let's let this right knee fall open. Sweep the arms high, breathe in. Exhale, fold over the leg. Here, let's come up. Let's just open our right knee just a bit wider. Take a right hand to reach towards left foot. Maybe gaze under the arm. Beautiful here. All right, let's come into a space opening for this hip on the other side. So right knee turns in. We pull that knee open. So for our figure 8, we can either have hand on hip or under to meet the opposite ankle. And each opposite hand is reaching to opposite limb. Take that nice, beautiful stretch, waking up and opening up the front of this hip. Breathe in. Exhale. One more big breath in. Exhale. Really beautiful job. Take your time making your way up. We're going to turn this right knee in and open and rotate into our pigeon. So right heel leans towards the opposite hip or even pulls forward if you prefer. Back knee faces the mat. Lift the chest open, breathe in. And let's exhale, fold over that right leg. As we're holding here, take a few moments to find some things maybe you want to let go of that you can release on every exhale. Maybe think of a few things you want to bring more of in your life today as we breathe in. And just creating a little more space for all of the beautiful things life has for you today as you let go of stress, tension, and anything else you want to release today. As we make our way up, we're just going to find a little soft bend in both knees and start to swish those knees a little bit side to side. Take a moment for one last big stretch of the legs out. We'll take a little reach side to side, just waving through the upper body. And once we feel ready there, maybe take a little walk forward, maybe just softly with the hands. Maybe dropping to the elbows or sinking deeper. Just take a couple more deep breaths in and out. Good, and as we come back, shaking the legs together, we can finish either by laying in our Shavasana or seated. I'm going to take a seated position, but you're more than welcome to lay in Shavasana. So once you find your final resting place, whether seated or laying, you can feel free to just roll the shoulders back if needed. Maybe take a little tip of the head side to side and dropping here from shoulder to shoulder. And when we're ready, we'll just sweep our arms high. Inhale. Exhale, reach the hands forward. Roll up to seated with those palms open. Or if we're resting in Shavasana, feel free to also open the palms, again representing taking that space, opening in our heart to bring more awareness to the beautiful things life has to offer us, and also thinking about some ways in which we can bring more love, light, peace, and kindness to others. So we'll do a little intention setting, and we'll take a moment here to bring the palms together above the forehead or right on the forehead, and set that intention that our thoughts may be loving, kind, and true. Take a moment bringing the palms in front of the lips, setting that intention that our words may also be kind, loving, and true. And then palms in front of the heart, that our heart may fill with love, kindness, truth, and peace to share with others, and also to bring back to ourselves as well. Namaste. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. Hope you enjoyed this class, and you can come back to this anytime you just need a little stretching, relaxing, and peace in your day. Have a great day. Bye.